The movie starts by introducing 5 students who are passionate about storm chasing. This dangerous hobby leads them to form a team that is now involved in a scientific project to stop tornadoes. The project takes place in Oklahoma, their hometown. The storm chasing team successfully locates the spot where the tornado will hit, thanks to Kate, the team leader, and their expertise in tracking storm paths. With the equipment prepared, they head towards the target location. As they approach their destination, Javi, one of the team members, decides to split off and stay at a chosen spot. This move is made to collect tornado data, while also monitoring the team's progress from a distance. After leaving Javi, Kate and the other 3 members continue their journey. Upon arrival at their destination, Kate's team faces the tornado head-on. In the midst of the storm, they manage to place several barrels containing a special formula that is hoped to stop the tornado. Afterwards, they quickly move away from the location. However, moments later, Javi reports that the tornado has not weakened despite hitting the barrels of formula. Instead, the storm intensifies, transforming into a level 5 tornado, the highest level. As the tornado draws closer, 2 team members, Pravin and Eddie, are killed after being swept away by the strong winds. The same fate befalls Jeff, a team member and Kate's partner. In the midst of this tragic moment, Kate survives but is injured. 5 years later, Kate works as a meteorologist in New York City. One day, she is visited by Javi, who surprisingly survived the incident that took the lives of their teammates. After work, Kate takes some time to talk with Javi. Javi shares that after graduation, they joined the military as a missile scanning radar operator. Now, they have similar radar equipment and plan to use it for a tornado scanning project. They believe this radar can provide highly detailed data that could aid in disaster management. After explaining how the radar works, Javi invites Kate to join their new team. According to Javi, the project won't succeed without Kate's expertise in tracking tornado paths. However, Kate refuses, still haunted by the incident that claimed her friends' lives. Sometime later, Kate receives news from Javi about a tornado in Oklahoma that has caused many fatalities. Worse, tornadoes in their hometown have become more frequent and dangerous each year. Through this news, Javi hopes to make Kate realize that they could save many lives if she agrees to help his team. Recognizing Javi's good intentions, Kate finally agrees to join, but only for a week. Javi then takes Kate to Oklahoma and introduces her to his team, composed of talented scientists. Shortly after, Kate spots another storm-chasing team led by Taylor, a popular YouTuber. Kate meets Taylor and discovers they have similar skills. The difference is, Kate does it for public safety, while Taylor focuses more on drawing in viewers. A few hours later, Javi's team heads toward the tornado location, following Kate's directions. At the same time, Taylor takes his team to the same spot because he wants to test Kate's skills. Both teams then begin to face the approaching tornado. In the midst of the tension, the differences between the 2 teams become evident. Javi's team views the mission as a life or death situation, while Taylor's team treats it as an exciting, adrenaline-pumping challenge. It's no wonder that Taylor's team often live streams their actions on YouTube. Upon reaching the site, Javi's team attempts to place 3 radars around the tornado, following Kate's instructions. Positioning the 3 radars is crucial for a 3-dimensional scan to produce more accurate and detailed tornado data. After a tough struggle, Javi's team manages to set up 2 radars at the designated locations. However, as Javi and Kate try to place the 3rd radar, they realize the tornado is already too close. As a result, they have to abort the radar placement and retreat for safety. After Javi's team fails in their mission, it's now Taylor's team's turn to take action. Boldly, Taylor's team enters the tornado's core and manages to stop it by launching fireworks. That night, Javi takes Kate to an inn they once used during their college days. After Javi leaves, Kate accidentally runs into Taylor's team, who are staying at the same place. During this encounter, Taylor's team mocks Javi's team's failure. However, Kate retorts with a sarcastic question about Taylor's team's background. It's revealed that only Taylor is a meteorologist, while the others learn it from Taylor. The next day, Javi's team heads to the storm site, successfully tracked by Kate. At the same time, Taylor's team also heads to the same location, eager to compete with Javi's team. Upon arrival, both teams realize there are 2 tornadoes, one on the right path and one on the left. They both decide to chase the tornado on the right, deeming it stronger. In this situation, Kate's instincts tell her the right path tornado will soon weaken, so she directs Javi's team to switch and pursue the left path tornado. Meanwhile, Taylor's team continues chasing the right path tornado, convinced it's stronger. As Taylor's team prepares to launch their fireworks attack, the tornado suddenly weakens and eventually dissipates, just as Kate predicted. This moment proves Kate's tornado tracking skills are superior to Taylor's. Afterward, Javi's team attempts to place 3 radars around the tornado's location according to plan. Their efforts pay off and the tornado scan proceeds successfully. However, Javi and Kate must quickly avoid the approaching tornado by taking shelter outside the storm's path. In the end, they survive the ordeal. Javi then receives word from his team that the data collected from the tornado scan is excellent. A few hours later, Kate and Javi assist the tornado victims. There, Kate notices Taylor's team is also busy helping out. Kate realizes that Taylor's team isn't as bad as she thought, as they use profits from their clothing business to aid storm victims. That night, Taylor wants to end their feud and invites Kate to watch a rodeo near the inn. While watching, Taylor shares stories about their past. It turns out that before becoming a storm chaser, Taylor was a rodeo performer. Taylor admits they were terrified of riding bulls and facing tornadoes, but chose to confront their fears, which made them appear brave. Moments later, an emergency alert announces that a tornado is about to strike the rodeo location. Everyone rushes to find safety. As the tornado starts to devastate the rodeo, Kate and Taylor search for shelter near the inn. Minutes later, the tornado hits the inn. Everyone tries to avoid the strong winds and flying debris. At the height of the chaos, Kate and the others find refuge in an empty pool near the inn until the tornado passes. After Kate survives, Javi rushes to her, worried because he heard the tornado was going to hit the inn where Kate was staying. Once he confirms Kate is safe, she questions the ethics of Javi's business with Rich, who has been financially backing Javi's team. Kate feels skeptical because she's noticed Rich often buys land from residents whose properties were destroyed by tornadoes. This leads Kate to suspect that Javi and Rich are merely profiting from others' suffering. Offended by Kate's accusation, Javi reminds her of the science project they worked on in college, which aimed to stop tornadoes. It turns out Kate did that project for funding, and Javi believes this decision led to the death of their 3 friends. Shaken by Javi's words, Kate decides to leave. Afterward, she returns to the home she had left long ago and reunites with her mother, who has always supported her efforts. A few hours later, Taylor shows up at Kate's house. Taylor admits they found Kate's address through their team. From the same information, Taylor also learned about the incident that killed Kate's college friends and offers their condolences. As time passes, Taylor stumbles upon notes about a formula Kate designed to stop tornadoes. Responding to Taylor's comments, Kate reveals that the formula failed, and she still feels guilty about her friends' deaths. Offering advice on self-forgiveness, Taylor suggests that Kate retry the formula on a level 1 tornado, the lowest tornado classification. Taylor wants to attempt this because their simulation indicates that Kate's formula could subdue a level 1 tornado. The next day, Taylor and Kate head to the location of a level 1 tornado. As usual, Taylor maneuvers their truck close to the tornado's center and uses anchor drills to keep the truck stable against the strong winds. When the timing is right, Taylor fires Kate's formula into the tornado. Unfortunately, the formula fails to stop the level 1 tornado. After the experiment, Javi meets with Kate again. To clear up the misunderstanding, Javi admits that he sold the tornado skin data to Rich to fund his project. As an apology for his earlier words, Javi hands over the tornado skin data to Kate. Javi leaves, feeling disappointed because Kate now prefers to work with Taylor. With the detailed data from Javi, Kate now strives to create a more effective anti-tornado formula than before. In short, after successfully crafting the new formula, Kate and Taylor's team head out to stop a tornado approaching the city. At this moment, Taylor's trusty truck is loaded with barrels of Kate's formula, ready to be deployed to halt the tornado. During the storm chase, Kate unexpectedly encounters Javi's team, who are also pursuing the same tornado to conduct a scanning mission. As usual, within minutes, the challenges facing Kate and Javi's team intensify. In addition to battling heavy rain that disrupts their communication signals, they also face an increasingly fierce tornado. After hitting an oil refinery, the tornado catches fire due to an explosion at the facility. Once the flames are extinguished, the tornado grows larger and eventually reaches level 5. Seeing the tornado approaching the city, Kate and Taylor's team rush there to rescue the residents. Meanwhile, Javi does the same, even though he must betray his team members who oppose his actions. Ultimately, Javi decides to end his partnership with Rich for moral reasons, and he also sets aside his conflict with Kate and Taylor. Afterward, Kate and Taylor's team moves swiftly to get the city's residents to safety. However, as the tornado starts to strike the city, Taylor has an accident where their leg gets strapped under a vehicle. Despite Kate's best efforts, she cannot lift the object pinning Taylor's leg. Fortunately, Javi arrives just in time, allowing him and Kate to save Taylor. Shortly after, Kate, Taylor, and Javi work together to evacuate the remaining residents, guiding them to a movie theater since other shelters are full. As the tornado begins to hit the theater area, Kate takes a risky action to protect everyone. She jumps into a truck and heads straight for the tornado's center. Upon arrival, she activates the anchor drills to keep the truck grounded, even in the face of strong winds. At the peak of the moment, Kate successfully fires all of the formula into the tornado. However, as the tornado begins to weaken, Kate's truck overturns because the anchor drills can no longer withstand the strong winds. The tornado finally dissipates just before destroying the theater and the people inside. Once the situation calms down, Taylor and Javi quickly help Kate, who is trapped in the truck. Fortunately, Kate survives with only minor injuries. Taylor and Javi then congratulate Kate on successfully stopping the tornado with her formula. Later, Javi takes Kate to the airport for her flight back to New York. In their brief conversation, Kate reveals her plan to prove her formula's success to secure funding for further research. As Kate prepares to depart, Taylor approaches her, wanting to express something from his heart. However, Taylor is interrupted when the airport announces a flight delay due to high winds. Sensing that these winds could become a tornado, Kate and Taylor quickly leave the airport, as if preparing to chase the storm. The film ends,